Hi guys, this is Vixxstar, and today I'm just going to show you how to do my Frilly Fruit Loop bracelet. It is just basically the center beginning pattern to before I make it extra frilly by adding the borders. But just a short one tonight because it is really late for me here, so I'm sorry I have had to cut it short. But I will be doing a part 2 where I show you how to make it extra frilly. And this is just giving you the idea of how I've made it look like they're floating kind of, and just how to do the knotted edge from Rainbow Loom SG's bracelet. The border, the frill on it is the same thing, but I've done it on the loom using the cap bands instead of a chain. So I'll link to her tutorial, which is actually done by the charming Jace Alvarez on his YouTube channel, so please have a look at that, and that will also give you the idea of how to do the borders yourself. So if you watch her tutorial, you may take it on yourself to do it without having to have me show you. But yeah, otherwise hold out and I will show you that very soon. But for tonight, for me, I will be showing you how to just do this basic chain on one loom. It uses 13 of the coloured Fruit Loops. I've used the colours of the Sweets collection, the glittery 2-layer bands, and just the clear jellies from Rainbow Loom. So approximately 40 clear jellies and 13 of the coloured. Okay, so let's get to it. And I just wanted to say as well before we start, I know that there are a few designs that are using the same kind of look. One I have found by Claire's Wares, and the other one that I have found by Seawolf, and I just wanted to give them some credit in this tutorial, although I did not find their designs till after I'd made and shared mine. I think their designs are awesome, and I also want to put a link to them down below in my description box, so have a look there. And yeah, I appreciate all your feedback and let me know what you guys think of my design, and yeah, let's get to it. So starting with your clear bands, or the colours you've chosen for your holding bands, going from the centre peg out, placing one band, and then the opposite side, placing a band from the centre out, and then the next one up, placing a band from the centre out to my right, and then out to the left. I'm going to do that all the way up the loom, just placing my clear bands from the centre to the left, or should I say centre to the right and then centre to the left. I'll keep doing it the same so that it's the same pattern all the way up. Second last one. Try and keep your bands fairly neat, but it's not a big deal if they're a little bit twisted. Now we're going to lay our cap bands down the centre, so choose your bands that you'll be using for your Fruit Loops. So I'm going to use the Sweets mix, so like the spearmint, the purple, the pink and the blue and the orange, which I got from my last haul, and I'm going to cap band them. So starting from the bottom and just going twice. You might want to do it around your hook, just so that your band is around there twice, and then place it onto that centre peg, like so. My next colour, I go pink. Wrap it onto my hook, 1, 2, and then place it onto that next centre peg, making sure I place both bits of band. And I'll go purple, So you can actually wrap it straight onto the peg, whatever you find easiest, but lately I'm finding it a lot easier using my hook, especially when you are using cap bands quite a lot. It has a bit of effect on your fingers. So just those double wrap band all the way up. Oh, what am I doing? Orange, pink, and then purple. Last one. So what you should have is your clear bands underneath, going one to the other, with your capped bands sitting on top all the way down. Okay? Very easy. Very easy. So then we will loop under the cap band. Grab your top clear band or top band of whatever colour you chose. Just wriggle it out, bring it back onto itself. Same on the other side. Okay, so that's what you've got. And then we're going to turn them into slip knots. So you just grab the bottom band on each side and bring it over like so. So you've got that cap band in the middle with the slip knot with the clear. So we're going to do that all the way up. You're just going to keep reaching under, behind, grab that next clear band, okay, and slip knot them. Push them down so you don't lose them. In behind the next band, grabbing that top. Slippery bands, these ones, they're so slippery. Grabbing the top band, bringing it back onto itself, the next band, bringing it back onto itself, and slip knotting both of those. So they're our holding bands, like I said, holding onto those Fruit Loops. And keep following it up until you've finished. Okay, so I've just kept going up until the last one. Looping my last bands. And slip knotting my last bands. So I've got my whole loom is looped and slip knotted, and all I've got on those edges is the one of the clears. Okay, so now from the bottom, what I want to do is grab those bands from the bottom and just go straight onto the ones above. So keep that cap band in the middle, but just grab those bands so you're not twisting them over or anything. You're just grabbing them and placing them directly on those pegs above. Now I want you to go in behind them, grab the band underneath. Don't flip it or anything, try and hold it out so that you're going to do the same thing and just place it on the peg above. Same on the other side, grabbing the band and trying to place it the same way that it was on the band on the peg above. And I'm going to do that all the way up, reaching behind the bands that we just placed, grabbing the bottom band and placing on the peg above. I'm going to go a few up one side and then I'm going to follow on with that and go the ones up the opposite whilst trying not to block your camera view. Popped one off, but that's okay as long as I don't lose it. She's fine. So keep going with that. Grabbing those bands and placing them on their above pegs. And basically what I'm doing here is that that knotted edge stitch that Rainbow Loom SG does on her bracelet design that has really inspired most of these new designs that I've come up with recently. So yeah, this is a much easier way of doing it on the loom, specifically when you are joining all of these cap bands. You can do it. You can do it hook only, but it's a lot more fiddly. So if there is anybody wanting me to show you how to do it hook only, let me know and I'll try and show you. But it is very fiddly, and this is a lot easier. So with those last couple of bands, we're going to get a C-clip, okay, and we're just going to grab them like we would through the bands we just placed down. Grab one, place it on your C-clip, grab the other one and place it on your C-clip. Okay, so we've caught both of those on there like so. And now we are going to stitch down the center. So starting from the bottom and I'm going to use my clear bands again. We're going to stitch through. So grabbing your hook and a clear band in your hand, I want you to grab the base of that first circle, the first fruit loop, and just pull the band on your finger and the other side of the band, pull it through, reclaim it on your hook, and then slip knot it. So don't lose it like I keep doing. Right, so I've slip knot that band. Keep it on your hook, go back through that purple for me, up through the next fruit loop, the pink. Doesn't matter if they both come off the peg, it's fine. Just have both of those fruit loops there, so through the top of one, through the bottom of the other. Another clear band, pull it through just the fruit loops, reclaim it, and then slip knot it through all of the bands on your hook. So both of those clears. Going back through the top of that pink and then going underneath and through the next fruit loop. So you've got them both on there with that one clear band. Pull another clear through both of the fruit loops. Reclaim. So you've got 3 clear there again. And then slip knot that first band through both of those clears. Going back through that fruit loop again and up into the next. Grabbing a clear band, pulling it through the fruit loops, reclaiming it and slip knotting it through both of those bands. Back through that fruit loop, up through the next, grabbing a clear band, pulling it through, reclaiming and slip knotting through both of those bands. So keep going all the way up through the fruit loop that you're on and then back up the next, pulling a clear band through and reclaiming it, slip knotting it through all, and then back through that one that you've got, up through the next, following all the way up to the end. Okay, so I'm on my last couple pulling my band through, slip knotting, back through, and I'm on my last fruit loop there. Pull the band through both of those fruit loops, reclaim it and slip knot through those bands, then go back through that fruit loop, just that one through the top, pull a band through it, slip knot it through both of those bands, and then pop it up and through your C-clip. So then you've got them all hooked, and you can pull your design off, just gently wriggle it around, don't rip it. Should come off quite easily. Give it a bit of a pull, flex it out. Now all of these bands that are your frill, there's our Frilly Fruit Loop bracelet. All these bands, you can see some of mine are twisted. If I just pull on them and flick them around, they untwist quite easily and they come to their shape quite nicely. Just make sure you don't lose those end bands off before you secure them. I like to put a bead on the end of my bracelets, but you can do whatever you like. And of course, if you want to make this bracelet longer, you can just do a basic extension, or you can reattach it to the loom. So the easiest way that I find is to go down to that center peg, pop that orange one straight onto there, doesn't matter if the bands are a little bit crossed, and grab the two side bands up onto the sides. That middle one that is the clear, just keep it there, alright, and then follow on with your pattern. So initially probably lay out your clear bands and then put that these ones down after you've looped them back, because it's when you want to loop it up is when you want to have those bands on there. Then you can just loop it straight up and it'll follow through with your design. So I hope that made sense. But yeah, just follow on with my next tutorial and I will explain that a little bit more, but I'm going to have to cut it short for this evening. I promise I won't make you wait too long though. So thank you very much for your patience, guys. So this is quite a nice bracelet, I think, to keep it simple. You know, just the frilly Fruit Loops, just with that one frill. But, of course, add a border to it. It's so much more fun, you know, adding a border. To be honest, I've been adding borders to just about everything the last few days. So have a go. And if you need help, tune into my next video and I will show you how to add a border to this bracelet. And it will be an extra frilly Fruit Loop. Alrighty, thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and find me on Instagram and Facebook. See you next time. Bye.